For the majority of last year, I made absolutely zero progress in the gym, and I literally trained 6 to 7 days every week. At this time, I was also bulking, which means eating more food to encourage more muscle growth. Throughout this time that I was training literally close to every single day, I was putting on weight in the hope that it'd be muscle, but it was 100% just fat. At the beginning of the year, I looked like this. I was pretty shredded, pretty lean, and I wanted to get stronger. And the common idea that's promoted in the fitness industry in order to get stronger in the weights you're lifting at the gym is that you need to be bulking and eating a lot more food. So I accepted this idea and I ate more food, but I actually didn't see any strength increases. Instead, I just got fat. So why was it the case that I was training close to every single day of the week, eating a heap of food, but saw zero muscle gain, zero strength gain, but all the fat gain? Why was this the case? I think for a lot of people, including myself, bulking is used as an excuse to just eat whatever you want. So I'd often be eating chocolates, biscuits, chips, all the junk food under the sun that you could imagine. And I would justify it to myself because I was bulking and saw that eating this food would somehow contribute to muscle gain in the gym. All this food is objectively unhealthy and does very bad things to your body. But the fitness industry promotes this idea that eating whatever you want can actually be conducive to your goals, which it just absolutely is not. So what I learned from this is you can do all the training in the world, eat all the food in the world, and be in a caloric surplus, but that does not equal muscle gain. I think a huge part of that is food is your body's fuel. If you're giving your body suboptimal foods that are extremely processed and unnatural, well, your body's going to have an adverse reaction to that food. Your body is simply not going to have as positive as a reaction to eating a Big Mac as it is to eating a piece of steak. This idea of if it fits your macros is completely flawed. It assumes that in order to hit your various macronutrient targets every day, it doesn't actually matter what the type of food is you're eating, so long as the food has the correct protein, carb, and fat profile that aligns with your macronutrient targets every day. So let's just say your target is to get 150 grams of protein in every day. If you get that 150 grams from steak and eggs, you will see exponential more muscle growth compared to if you got that 150 grams of protein purely from, say, KFC or Big Mac patties. The Big Mac patties and the KFC chicken is extremely processed and littered with unnatural oils, hormones, all this random stuff that is going to limit the ability of your body to use that food to build muscle. And not only did I, and I'm sure a lot of other people, use bulking as an excuse to eat all these junk foods, it's also used as an excuse to indulge excessively in the quantities of food you're eating. So again, you're justifying why you should be eating tremendous amounts of food when that is clearly not necessary to build muscle. You only need to be in a small caloric surplus to actually see more muscle growth. And to be honest, if you're a beginner, you can even be in a caloric deficit or at maintenance and still build muscle. You only need a 100 to 200 caloric surplus to see the benefits that being in a surplus can do for you in terms of muscle gain. Being only in a slight surplus is going to limit the amount of fat that you put on as well. And you're just going to feel better overall. I'd compare this to the person that uses bulking as an excuse to eat whatever they want and eat excessive amounts of whatever they want. So let's say the person has a maintenance calories of 2,500. The person that's smart about bulking will be in only a 2,600 to 700 caloric surplus, and they're going to stay relatively lean throughout the process. Now compare that to the person that indulges excessively in junk food. They could be in a 1,000 calorie surplus, and that person is just going to get extremely fat. Now, when you compare both the people, they're probably going to be putting on the same amount of muscle mass, and the person in the lean bulk with only a slight caloric surplus is going to feel a lot better about how they look as well, which is going to reinforce the positive behaviors of going to the gym and eating clean. When you look better, you're much more motivated to go to the gym, because when you look in the mirror, you look good, compared to when you're bulking excessively and eating whatever you want. You look in the mirror and you're just fat, and that's very demotivating. So currently I'm at a point where I have not let a piece of junk food infiltrate my body in the past month or so. And I can honestly say I've never felt this good in terms of my fitness progress, nor have I looked so good in my entire 5 years of training. My diet consists of mainly fruits, vegetables, meats, eggs, and potatoes, all natural foods, and are not extremely or heavily processed. And I think that sticking to the natural foods have been a huge contributor in my progress in terms of how strong I'm getting in the gym and also with how I'm looking. And after 5 years of training, you'd be expecting that your progress in the gym starts to plateau, meaning that it's a lot harder to gain muscle and get stronger in the gym and apply progressive overload. But recently, I've been breaking through all these previous plateaus that I've been facing. I'm honestly seeing PBs in the number of reps and weights that I do, at least on one exercise every single session. And again, I think I can attribute that success to my clean diet at the moment. So if you enjoyed this video or you found it beneficial at all, and maybe you found it relatable, please consider subscribing, because we are getting to 1,000 subscribers. Again, as always, feel free to drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know what you're thinking about this as well. Now, I also offer one-to-one coaching, where if you're facing difficulties in gaining muscle or losing fat, or perhaps you don't know where to begin with your fitness journey, I can assist you with the process. So if you're interested in that, there is a link in the description where you can book a call with me to discuss the coaching and whether it'd be a good fit for you. So click the link in the description. That's all from me. I'll see you later.